I love my 3DS. You saw me just moments after I obtained it after all, having camped out on Black Friday for the special Zelda print edition. But as the DSi XL owner, I missed having huge screens and a larger system to accommodate my ridiculously large hands. So I stared longingly at the 3DS XL. I couldn't bring myself to ditch that Zelda-tinged monstrosity that I waited in the cold to obtain. And then Nintendo turned the 3DS XL into a Pokemon. And I couldn't help myself. Sure, it's just a slick Pikachu print paint job, and the inner workings are the same as they've ever been, but I don't care. It's Pikachu! It's freaking huge, and the screens are big and beautiful. That's the important part. Also, it's Pikachu!
The yellow mark on the radar shows your position.
Sure, I can show you this footage where I try to compare the size of the 3DS and 3DS XL screens, but you really need to hold one to get a feeling of how stark the size difference really is. The unexpected side effect of having a larger screen, though, is that the 3D effects that comprise part of the system's name now function better at longer distances from your own eyes, which I found significantly more comfortable while holding the system for periods of time. Also, the wider body means I don't get as many hand cramps while furiously scribbling maps in Etrian Odyssey. I do have one complaint about the new form factor, though. I often found myself inadvertently adjusting the volume while intense circle pad action was going on. The new rounder edges of the enclosure make this a real issue, even if it is pretty much a non-issue. If you're considering upgrading, Nintendo makes it easy to bring your old software over by using the system transfer option in the settings menu. Sure, it takes quite a while, especially if you're like me and you've got a pile of downloaded games, because an existence without Mighty Switch Force isn't an existence I'm all that enthusiastic about, but the result carries over everything you need, including eShop account data and clearances for all the games on your SD card. Which is awesome, because all I had to do was pop the 16GB beast out of my old DS, drop it in the new one, and bam! My Fire Emblem, my Picta-Bits, my Shantae Risky's Revenge were good to go. Sure, you don't really need all of that extra screen real estate if you're just playing Game Boy and NES games off the Virtual Console, but bigger screens are always better. Always. Always. Especially if you get a free copy of Star Fox 64 3D out of the deal by being a Club Nintendo member. It's been at least a decade since I've played this game, but it's good to know that I can still medal Corneria first time, every time.
Something's wrong with the data diffuser. I guess I should be thankful.
You guess you should be thankful, Falco? You know you should be thankful.